Whatever then. Alright. And we're already back in the Nexus with our good old-fashioned Skimble Souls. Welcome everybody to more Demon Souls. Patches is here.
Well, I remember you.
I would hope so.
I'm glad I found you. I found some really nice trinkets. Well, we've been long acquainted, so I'm willing to part with them at a special price. But only if you buy today.
But only if you buy today. Look at that. He's a businessman, but he sells half moon grass at 300, I think. Does Blige sell them cheaper or more? I don't know. I think... You are the first! Welcome! You get to be the first one in chat. How are you doing tonight? You win. You win first person in chat. We're just trying to figure out... I'm looking at Patches' shop. And then we have to decide who we're gonna kill. what boss we're gonna have to go after next. A nobleman's ring forged with spices recovers MP a little at a time. An extremely rare, extremely delicate piece of handiwork. Hello, Inthafen. How are you? 60,000 souls for the fragrant ring. Hello, Aki. How are you?
Nothing here is stolen. I swear. I no longer partake in the whole...
I thought he crashed my game. You have ice cream? What type? What type?
My old mother would be proud indeed. Aren't you proud of me too?
Weird question. I don't know. Should I be?
Do as you please, but you may yet regret refusing
Vanilla
my
with
offer.
fudge swirls sounds really good. It's a little cold outside for ice cream, don't you think? I just have ice, it's covering it. See, that's what I'm thinking. Like, isn't it a little cold outside for ice cream? Guys, do we go on and just kill the big manta ray? Would that be a good idea? It's never too cold for ice cream? I think I'm inclined to disagree respectfully. Scurvier the Wanderer. So, he's covering his face there. And in a lot of these loading screens, they're actually covering the face of the person in the loading screen while still showing you who they are and stuff. That's on purpose. Because, all of the loading screen characters use the same face model. They use the same face model, so they cover their face so you don't notice that. Hi, Grave Robber Blige. Actually, we didn't take a good look at Grave Robber Blige the last time. Would you guys like to see Grave Robber Blige? It's all Patches. I mean, he's pretty close. It's like the focusing. Actually, we ended up getting, like, Burger King for dinner today. Because I had to go to work at like 5 p.m. So I was like, yeah, let me just order it and we can eat it. But when my dear old mother, she got one of the kids' meals, right? And so now we have like a rev up and drive Flying Dutchman from SpongeBob. I thought that was very fun. It was very funny. It's incredible. He doesn't have the big ol' nose. That's like what makes Patches, is the big ol' nose. It's what makes Patches. It has the big ol' nose. How was everybody's Saturday today? How is everybody feeling on this beautiful Saturday? Yeah, he can giggle about it as he dies. How's everybody feeling about their beautiful, beautiful Saturday? Because it was alright. Nothing special. Cold but fine. Yeah. Are you in the winter storm areas? Are you in like all the areas of the states that are covered in storm? The wind has been aggressive. It has been. It was crazy. The wind was very cold. When I was trying to get to work, they actually shut down a large portion of my, like, there's one road. You're in the blizzard. God bless. God bless. I hope you're staying warm I really hope you're staying warm, because that sounds incredibly unpleasant. But for today, they actually shut down, like, the one road I used to get to work. I didn't know that was happening. I didn't know there was going to be a parade. I was like 10 minutes late to work because there was children in Santa outfits. I'm sure they were having a great time. I'm sure they were like, yes, there were so many pictures, so many lovely pictures that their parents got of them wearing the cutest little elf outfits on the planet. But I would have liked to known this was happening without being on, like, the local Facebook group. Can't they just put, like, flyers in my mailbox? Don't do it. Dang it. Dang it. Beans. He made me look like a real goober. In the blizzard. That sounds fun, though. You're having a white Christmas. I'm dreaming of a white Christmas. When I was in middle school, we actually did one year we did, no, I must have been in, like, freshman year of high school. But it's not Christmas yet. It's before Christmas. It's 12 days until Christmas. It's the 12 days of Christmas. So yes, it's Christmas. Don't give me that. It's Christmas. It's the first day of Christmas my true love gave to me. Partridge in a pear tree. When I was in the first year of high school. That was a really roundabout way to say freshman year. My choir teacher decided to give a hand at show choir, because around that time show choirs were getting kind of big because of, you know, like Pitch Perfect and something. Chris Mahanakawanza. Haha. I was close. I tried my best. No, so, like, we tried to do a show choir, because, you know, Pentatonics and Pitch Perfect were really big. But for, like, I'm pretty sure the only music that she could get that was cheap and was available for our, like, show choiry needs was a bunch of World War II era music. World War II era music. So we did stuff like the Boogie Woogie Bugle Boy of Company B, and a large portion of it was White Christmas, like the movie with, I think, Bing Crosby, and the stuff like that. So, you know, it was the songs from that. Sisters, sisters, there were never such devoted sisters. So that's what I think of every time I hear the song White Christmas. I think of myself wearing an American GI outfit with tap shoes. Performing in front of a bunch of, like, 70-year-olds who were alive when the movie came out in theaters. Good memories, though. Good memories, though. We're farming for souls, if you haven't noticed. I don't know why. We don't really need them, per se. I think just to say that we can. No, Patches... Was Patches half Moongrass at 300? Was Patches half Moongrass at 300? I just got an ad for trading crypto that hinged on the idea that it doesn't matter how the chances are. It would be really cool. Okay, so Patches is... Patches is a better... He's undercutting Grave Robber Blige. He's undercutting Grave Robber Blige. I love ads that go, it's not likely, but wouldn't it be cool? Have you guys seen... I know it's like a big stink on the internet right now, but have you guys seen the McDonald's AI ad? Have you guys managed to escape seeing the McDonald's AI ad? Is probably the better question. I don't know if you guys have seen it. It's terrible. It's really bad. That should go without saying. Like, it's a really bad. It's bad. But I wanted to stop and, like, touch on it. I saw something about the response to the backlash. Yeah, we had between 7 and 10 prompt engineers working for 11 weeks straight without sleep to make the perfect ad. I've not heard of such a thing. Doesn't surprise me. It was awful. Yeah, it was really bad. But like, I want to touch on why it's bad, because it's not just the AI. I was kind of reluctantly like, I was horrified and somewhat impressed at how far AI has come in the creation of human beings. You know what I mean? Like, it's not incredibly awful at creating human beings anymore, which is bad. You know what I mean? And, ooh, the audio's crunchy in here. Let me go back so you guys don't have to listen to that. Ooh. All the terrible things that happened during Christmas. Yes, they did try to do that. That was the thing that hit me about it. Well, other than the fact that there was a lot of AI artifacting, like there were some really scary faces and a lot of like actions that didn't make a lot of sense. And there was one moment where a group of people are fighting over a teddy bear because, okay, who fights on Black Friday anymore? Black Friday isn't the thing that it was in the early 2000s, right? Because people have this idea that Black Friday is people throwing hands. No, not anymore. Because in the early 2000s, you could get a TV for $5. You know what Black Friday prices are now? It's 30% off. 30% off, and it was on sale a week before Black Friday. That's not the same. So like the image doesn't exist anymore, and people keep referencing it and making jokes about it, but that doesn't happen anymore. It's dead. It's culturally dead. Cyber Monday is where it's at. No. So they were doing the between fake deals and online shopping, there's no need to throw elbows. Exactly. And TVs are cheap anyways. It's groceries that maybe need a little bit of Black Friday deals. I was looking because I used to live in a rural part of Kansas, and I could get a sirloin like steak at the local grocery market for like $6. And I was like, oh, maybe I want to sit down, make myself some steak, some mashed potatoes, get some cheese. Just like make a nice dinner sometime. And I went to the meat section, and the same steaks that I used to get at this little country store was like $16. And I was like, oh yeah, the beef industry is crashing. The thing that the government never tried to make cheap ended up being cheap. Yeah, well, it's like, yeah. Right? Like, it makes sense. It makes sense. They're paying people 17 cents an hour to assemble them. Of course it's cheap. No, so, that's what the ad did try to do. They were like, it's the most terrible time of the year. And it's like, what? This is like the most important cultural holiday of this half of the planet. Right? There are what, 2.5 billion people on this planet where this is the birthday party for the most central figure of their religion. What do you mean? You can't do that. Like, you can't set yourself up for that. And then the entire point of the ad is to say, this time sucks. You know, the food, the lights, the joy, the presents, the family members. No. What you should do is come into our gray, hollowed out, corporate hellhole, and you should eat our sludge and spend money here instead. And it's like, nope, you guys missed the point. You guys missed it. Nope. It's not gonna land. It's not gonna land. Take it back to the drawing board. It's not gonna land. I would throw elbows for 75% off bacon. Yeah, most people would. Most people would throw elbows for 75% off groceries. I went to lunch with a friend today, and there was this box truck that was covered in screens playing constant AI ads. Oh my gosh. The only thing that sucks is the roads, the weather, and sometimes the crowds. Yeah. No, everything else is what makes it wonderful, right? It serves a purpose. And people love it. And it's a cultural touchstone. And it's just very tone deaf. The entire thing is just tone deaf. It's tone deaf. The entire thing is tone deaf. They don't know what they're doing. and it's very, very dumb to watch. You know what I mean? We could make a compound longbow +5. Compound longbow +5. Okay. I think we need to... Sorry, guys. This is just me, leveling up items. Yeah, let's buy all that grass. Let's buy all that grass. Half moon grass. Half moon grass. Half moon grass.
Nice.
Yeah, that's good. Let's buy a bunch of grass. The old Virgin Mobile commercial of the early 2000s. See, that's the thing, though, is that someone brought it up, and I thought it was actually a really good idea. I don't remember who said it originally, but I remember it being really smart. That Christmas, at its core, is kind of about family and nostalgia and shared cultural memory, right? It's about that kind of stuff. So why don't they just play ads from 20 years ago? Nostalgia sells. They don't need to spend money like generating AI content. They could literally just play the ads they've already made. I don't know why they don't do that. What? Christmas, Hana, Kwanzaa. Am I saying that right? Christmas, Hana, Kwanzaa. Christmas, Hansa, Kwanzaa, come. Sorry. I'm having trouble saying it. Christmas, Hansa, Kwanzaa. Huh. Christmas. I can't say it. What's the song go like? What's the song like? I'm gonna give up on the word. What's the song like? That's really funny. How do you even celebrate Kwanzaa? How do you celebrate Kwanzaa? I remember learning about it in school. I don't know it. I can do a YouTube link to the old commercial if you'd like. Yeah, you can put it up, but I don't know if I'll watch it. I'll probably look it up after the stream. You can put it up for the other ones to watch, though. They'll probably watch it, and they'll tell me if it's funny. But what is it? Is it like a... Nice. Good stuff. Is it like a funny song? It sounds like it would be a funny song. Is it like a parody? Christmas Christmas... From back when flip phones were a thing? Oh my gosh. My first phone was a flip phone. My first phone was a flip phone. And I remember distinctly that I was one of the first kids in my class to get a phone. And it was because the hours... Christmas, Hana, Kwanzaa. Thank you for putting a pronunciation guide in chat. That's awesome. Thank you so much for putting a pronunciation guide in chat. Christmas, Hana, Kwanzaa. 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 Okay, I think I got it. I'm still gonna mess it up every now and then just because my mouth has trouble, like, going around the word. But thank you so much for putting a, like, guide in chat. That's so funny. I was one of the first kids in my class to get a phone because of the hours that my mom worked. And I have the distinct memory, oh, there was an item over here, of walking up to the front of class to go put our phones away. And as I'm carrying my rinky-dinky flip phone, that if you press the internet button, you had to rapidly press to get out of it because you didn't want to accidentally charge your mom like $80 or something stupid like that. Everybody was like, oh my God, he has a phone? I felt invincible. I was like, yeah, I do, and you don't. You don't have a rinky-dinky flip phone, and I do. Oh, man. Best viewers on stream, boo! The bot's back. Be Amazed Snow. How do they come up with the bot names? Is it like how they come up with the default Xbox gamer tags? See, at least my links are legitimate. You're much better than the bot. You are much better than the bot. That's for sure. And won't try to scam you? I love getting scammed. I love getting scammed. I've been scammed a few times in my life. And it's because I trust people. But I don't trust the internet anymore. I do not trust the internet anymore. I've been mad at the internet as of late. I don't know if you guys have been. I mean, like, there's a lot of things to be mad at, and the algorithms are specifically designed to make you upset. Like, they're specifically designed to show you content that would make you upset. So, like, I'm falling into the trap, right? Like, I am falling into the trap of being upset at the things they want me to be upset at. But I don't know, man. Like, this one feels dumb. This one feels dumb. And it's specifically about... It's specifically about the stuff that's been going on, about those dumb, like, streamer awards that, by all means, should not matter. Ooh, hiltless. When did we get hiltless? It is a blade that seems faintly wet. It was forged by a famous swordsmith in a distant country, but since the wielder must grip the blade, it's extremely difficult to handle, causing damage to the wielder. Okay. Cool. It's specifically about those dumb streamer awards. I don't know if you guys have been paying attention to that. If you haven't, you're smarter than me. But I'm not, like, I don't care about awards or who gets what or the Oscars or the Academy or anything like that. I don't know. I'm sure it's important, and I really like when people get awards and are happy they get awards. I saw the ESPN give someone the Heisman Trophy on TV today, and he seemed ecstatic, like just beside himself. And his whole family was there, and he was so excited. And yeah, that seems like a lovely moment. That seems like a wonderful moment for everyone involved. But at the same time, it's like, I don't know, there are a lot of people who get awards who don't deserve them, and there's a lot of people who never get awards who do deserve them, and people shouldn't judge their worth or their ability based on whether they have an award or not. I don't know. I mean, it's not like it's the end of the world if someone does or does not. Okay, here's the question. Do you guys want to go take on man-eaters? Do you guys want to take on man-eaters? Or do you guys want to go down to take on Flamelurker? Who sounds more fun? Man-eaters? Flamelurker. Man-eaters? You want to eat those men? Baritone says eat the men. Flamelurkers. Well, we gotta split vote. We got a split vote in chat right now. Split right down the middle. And unfortunately, I can't go to both Archstones at once. Who wants to be the deciding vote? Who wants to cast their bet? Who wants to give their lot to the one that they want to give their lot to? That way you can get the Meat Cleaver. Yeah, the Meat Cleaver would be pretty good, but Flamelurker is also a harder boss than Man-Eaters. IMO. That entire area is harder than Man-Eaters. That might make people more willing to see that part. Anyways, because I might die a lot. The only thing I remember was during the Grammys long ago, Taylor Swift versus Daft Punk for the big one. Everyone was thinking Taylor Swift was getting it, but I had money on Daft Punk. Made $300 that day. Also, Flame Thing is my vote. That's the vote. That's the vote. Everybody else, sorry. Pack it up, go home. Pack it up and go home, because that's all I needed, baby. That's all I needed, baby. We're going for the Flamelurker. No, yeah, so I was thinking about the award thing, because, you know, the Peanut Man won Best VTuber. And he has not been, from what I've seen, I don't watch his content, I don't know him personally, but from what I've read and from what I've seen in clips, which again, clips don't give the full context, but he has not been entirely gracious in victory. He has not been entirely gracious in victory. He did say, this kind of made me giggle. This made me giggle. He went, VTubers are just 40-year-old men dressing up as 15-year-old girls. And I was like... I mean, like, I'm not 15 and I'm not 40, but... No, but, like, what, like, it's just more of the same, stuff that, like, Zen, especially Zentreya and... Zentreya? Other VTubers have gotten before, where it's like you're using a voice modulator. You're really just a insert age here man pretending to be a girl. And I'm gonna say, so what? Right? Like, so what? So what? What if Zen is a guy? It's none of your business. What if Filion is a dude? It's none of your business. It does not matter. It does not change anything. They are still charismatic. They are still great performers. They are still funny. They still deserve to have an audience and their place. It does not matter. It does not matter, but people care. That's something that I've noticed, is that because I have a masculine voice and a feminine model, people care. People care. And I think it's because they feel like I'm lying to them, that I'm committing a falsehood, because it's incongruent. What if Gargura was really a fish? She was a shark. She was a shark. Thank you very much. God rest her soul. It's so sad that she had to go to heaven. No, but it's like, it's none of your business. And also, why does it matter? It's none of your business. But I've seen it where people are like, they're hiding something. They're hiding something. And it's like, yeah, they're hiding their private life. And that's okay. They are entitled to their privacy. I'm gonna get on my soapbox. You hear this? You hear this? I'm gonna get on my soapbox right here, right now. I'm on my soapbox. Do you see the flashing light above me? Privacy is a human right. Privacy, like, it is in the same vein as life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Privacy is a human right. It should be enshrined in every single constitution everywhere. You have a right to your privacy. You have a right to who you are as a person. Right? Like, I feel like that's something that most people don't even think about. Most people don't even realize. It's not something that is accepted in the social media era. No, privacy is a human right. You have a right to your privacy. You have a right to your privacy. So, if even as a public performer, even as someone who does streaming, even as someone who is a public figure, you have a right to your privacy. You have a right to what you share. You have a right to who knows you. That's just the way it is. And a lot of people have trouble coming to terms with that. I'm quite familiar with that sort of thing. If I wanted to trick... I'd be an alpha male podcaster. Oh yeah, no, that's so true. I'd be a grifter. If I wanted to trick people, I'd be a grifter. Exactly right. No, I'd be a con man. I'm not a con man. I'm not I like that's no, it's true though, right? Like, no, I'm not trying to trick anybody. I just really like Bea as a character, and I want to perform. So I use Bea as a face to help me perform. And that's all that matters. But that is why it makes me so mad, right? That's why this whole thing with Mouse has made me so mad with Iron Mouse in the VTubing awards, is that she has a right to her privacy. She has a right to her medical history. She has a right to use her character to allow her to live a life she would not have otherwise been able to. Right? Streaming has been something that she has been able to turn into a whole life. And she deserves that. She deserves that, right? And it's not anyone's business what she really looks like, where she really lives, why she even does this. But like you see that interview that she did for the awards, because I don't want to like speak for her. I don't want to assume what she's doing. I don't know her. But from what I'm observing, and I'm not going to pathologize her or anything like that because I don't know her psychology. I don't know what she's doing. But I have seen clips and I have seen bits of her content and I understand her reach. She knows real flesh tubers. She is friends with flesh tubers. She knows that, like, this bridge can be crossed. That VTubing and quote-unquote normal streaming do not have to be at odds with each other. And she's kind of like an ambassador or a bridge between people who do this and people who don't. So when she goes out and congratulates Peanut, when she goes out and goes on the show, when she does things like do the interview and answer the questions, she's acting like an ambassador. I'm trying to decide which side I want to go. That's why I'm waffling. I'm trying to decide which way I want to go. She's being an ambassador to the medium, quote unquote. But the problem with being like an ambassador to the medium is that you open yourself up to bad actors. People who will never see you as... He was doing like a cool spin move. I know a streamer that was a real face in a PG. Yeah. Most people do. Nikki the other day was in here talking about Amalie, who is a real life professional voice actress with a face and a name and a VTuber. The voice actress for Asuka. What are they called? Sayu? The voice actress for Asuka Soryu Langley from Neon Genesis Evangelion is going to be a VTuber. She has had a lifelong career. People know her face. And she wants to be a VTuber because she's used to voicing anime girls. And she's allowed to do that. You are allowed to do both. You are allowed to be... And also people who don't do both are just as valid as people who do one or the other. It's not hard to get, guys. It is not difficult. But, there was something that was said during the interview, because the interview was not about, like, Mouse. It was not about her work, her efforts as a creator, as a streamer, as a person. It was about VTubing, and it was in bad faith. And this is, like, I'm not a media critic, so when I say it was in bad faith, this is just my gut feeling. But they were just asking stuff about her personal life. Phase sharpshooter on that weak spot. Thank you. I like bows. So they were just asking stuff about her life, and she said something that stuck with me. It made me sad. Because I had seen another clip of her before that it made me think, oh no, dang it. It's gonna fall off. Do you see this? Yep. Rip lizard. She said something that it reminds me of a clip that I had seen of her before, where the interviewer asked, why are you a VTuber? Right? And it's not... That is a question that can be asked in a way that doesn't dig into someone's, like, persona or psyche or how... But that wasn't the intent of the question. You know what I mean? When you ask someone why, they were looking at it from as an outsider who doesn't understand the culture, who thinks that it's bizarre, who doesn't understand if there is even a reason to be a VTuber, right? And she said something along the lines of, like, because I'm ugly. And it's not the fact that she said that she was ugly that gets to me. It's because this is hitting at something that she has expressed multiple times before. It's real insecurity. And what that answer is doing, like, psychologically, the purpose of answering like that, I think we're just going to go down the elevator. Psychologically, the purpose of answering like that, because I do it all the time. It's preemptive shame. When you answer like that, right? And I'm not trying to pathologize Mouse. I am just noticing a pattern in something in the way that she talks. Oh, dang. I'm going to miss out on these lizards. I'm not trying to pathologize Mouse because that would be wrong and it would be incorrect. But when you undercut yourself like that, when you make the joke, you're making the joke first so no one else can. You're doing it so everybody knows that you know it too, right? So it's like, this is the answer that I think they want to hear, so let me give it so that they don't say it to me. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? Does that make sense? Am I making sense? It's preemptive shame. Just the idea that, like, they're gonna make fun of me, but they're not gonna make fun of me as hard if I make fun of me for the things that I know they're gonna make fun of me for. It sounds roundabout, but it's like it's a defense technique. And the reason why I think that's what she's doing, without knowing her, the reason why I think that's what she's doing is because I remember all the way back, this must have been years ago, one of the first clips I saw of it's self-degradation as self-defense. Yep. It's self-degradation as self-defense. You can't hurt me because I already know what's wrong with me. It reminds me of a clip that I saw of her where someone asked her whether she was going to do, like, even a hand stream sometime. Just have her hands on screen with gloves and something like that. And she said, no, I don't think I could even do that because what if you guys saw my medical scars? What if you guys saw my medical scars? And she goes, I know it's a self-esteem thing, but I can't handle that. So she thinks of herself as physically unattractive. That's something that I think is true. Something that is documented about her. So when she says that in front of an audience of people in a semi-professional interview, it makes me mad. It makes me mad because the interview was set up to dig at her shame. Right? It makes me mad. It makes me mad. It makes me mad. I just don't get why. Because she is a creator. She's wonderful and incredibly talented. And she's doing something she would not be able to without this medium. So why? Why? Go out of your way to bully her. Why? For what purpose? In what? I don't know. I just get mad. I get mad. And I'm not a drama VTuber. I'm not throwing my 2 cents in. Well, I am kind of throwing my 2 cents in just by nature of, like, talking about it. But I don't know. It's been on my mind. Lizards. Lizards! Lizards! Guys, we gotta get as many lizards as we can. Please don't disappear. Which can be used easy these days, where self-degradation is used as humor. Yeah, it's millennial humor. Lizard.wav. Yes, back to your regularly scheduled programming. Back to you. My soapbox moment is over. Lizard.wave, I guess is what it... I love WAV. I say WAV. I'm pretty sure WAV is wrong. But, I don't know. Maybe I'm, like, shouting into the void. But it has been on my mind all day. And I've just been getting angrier and angrier about it. And I needed to vent. And you guys are basically my diary anyways. So... that's for you. You can hold that emotional burden now because I shed it. I shed it. That was good. That was a good amount of, like, clearstone and stuff like that. Those red phantoms probably don't respawn, which is good. I feel like we're over leveled for this area now. I feel like we're killing these things really easily. Iron Mouse is the VTuber that was real sick. She is sick, yeah. She has, like an immunodeficiency thing. She just recently got the ability to walk outside. So when she started streaming, she could not walk. Like, I think in general. If I'm remembering correctly. So she turned to VTubing as a way to, well, get some autonomy. I think. Yeah, no, it's because, like, I'm telling you, this has been, it's amazing. It's amazing. It really is amazing what the internet can do for someone. That, it's like, it blows my mind that she has appeared before Congress to talk about people with conditions like her. She has become a champion for research for conditions like her. And it's all because she gets to, not hide, I shouldn't say hide. I'm hiding. She gets to use, like, a funny little anime girl avatar, come onto the internet and share her authentic self with millions of people and make the world a better place. For her and for people like her. That's something to praise. That's something to hold on to. That's something to think is wonderful, because it is. It absolutely is. And it boils my blood that people make fun of it, make fun of her, because they don't understand it. Boils my blood. It gets at me, man. It gets at me, man. Gets at me. No! I want out! You know, I think these things are called bugbears. I think that's hilarious. I think these things are called bugbears. Because they're little bugs and they look like bears. Not related to the D&D bugbear at all. Oh, these weapons do the exact same damage. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I think it's like chronic incurable disease. But they're giant tardigrades, yeah, which are called water bears. And these are lava bears. I really kind of want to hold one close to my chest as I go to sleep, because I feel like it would be really comforting and warm. But it is a lava monster. Hey, I have to ask a question. Why did they make lava look so good to touch? I'm pretty sure there was an Onion article that went, man who stuck hand in lava smugly won't tell us what it felt like. I really like that article. That's really funny. Also, bugbears get huge. Yeah, yes, tardigrades are extremophiles, and they can indeed survive in the vacuum of space. They're little. Did you know that ants are small enough to dodge the microwaves of a microwave? You could put an ant in a microwave, and it can come out unscathed because it's too little. Ow! Big bugbear, big bugbear, big bugbear. And this guy has a little bit more defenses than the little one. He's running! Oh my gosh, that was the most adorable attack on the planet. No, I don't want to die to you. We can be friends. We can be friends. Wait, we can be friends. I don't want to... do I have to kill him, chat? I think these guys are weak to magic. We might have to get the Crescent Falchion out of... Oh my gosh. I really like him. I don't want him to die. I really like him. Oh no. I have to kill it. I don't want to kill the bug, but I have to, he's big and he does damage. I don't want to kill him. Wait, give me a second, big boy. Give me a second. It's okay. You're good. Look at him. Oh no! Just stay there. I'm sorry. It's so cute. Oh my gosh. I don't want to... Okay. We're friends now, I think. We hit each other a little bit, but that's okay. Sometimes relationships get rocky. And you're my rock. You're my rock. Oh, I have to kill it. I don't want to kill it. Okay, we're gonna have to take some time. Okay, Do you think he'll let us pass? He was just letting us look at him! He's so cute. Okay, let me just go past him. He's so cute. Oh my gosh. Oh wow, that was a big emotional response. That was really hard. That was a very big, legitimate emotional response. These little ones can get screwed. I don't care about them. Oh wow. Okay. Oh. Whew, there he is. Oh no. Sorry. Pardon me. Whew. Wow. It cannot carry wood overburden. What? What? Overburden? Who? Me? Little old me? Look, get this out of here. No wonder my regeneration was so slow. I was wondering why my regeneration was so slow. Gonna have soft tacos later. Maybe. I don't know. There's that guy. He's stuck. He's stuck. Why are you stuck? Why are you stuck? Oh, hey, it's him.
Oh, hello again.
He's gonna kick us into a hole again.
Cold shoulder. I didn't mean to do you wrong, really. Oh, I have an idea.
Who?
Over there should be mine, but I'll let you have it. I promise. No tricks.
No tricks.
A muscle until the treasure's safely in your hands. You can trust me, can't you?
I know this trick.
Right and make amends here.
I know this trick, and unfortunately, we're gonna have to do something. I know this trick. Okay. Ooh, wait, there's an item over here. Shard of Greystone. Ah! Ah! Worm. Is this Dune? Nice. These guys drop clear stone like an insane amount. Oh, Greystone too, I guess. Unfortunately, this one has to die. It's okay, we're helping him, he's stuck. I haven't played Deep Rock Galactic in a really long time. Intelligence is knowing Intelligence is knowing patches to trick you. Wisdom is falling for it on purpose. Oh my gosh, Inthafin, you got the jokes tonight. You're making me giggle. You're making me giggle. Trunk of Sharpstone. Okay. I kind of just gave up on killing that thing. I got bored. I started to wander. I don't know. Do you guys think we should fall for Patches's trap? I don't really want to because I don't want to fall down. And I want that item. Do I have a weapon that hurt him more? There's a few mods for that sounds so much fun. Have you seen the one. He's such a good, trustworthy guy. Yeah, in my dreams. Have you seen that one animation? It's like a guy voice acted some kobolds eating moss. I really like that animation. Some people really love kobolds. I think they're fine, but I'm... Oh, no! Oh! He scared on me. Oh. Yes, sorts by tastes. Yeah, and the other one sorts by, like, what does he sort by? I'm sorry. He's so cute. Yeah, kobolds are small and silly. I love lizards. I think they're wonderful animals. Here's some pictures of lizards. I think lizards are fine. I'm not, like, super into lizards. I'm really into dinosaurs. Obviously. Obviously. When I was but a youngin', I had a ton of, like, eyewitness books and, what are they called? Encyclopedias and stuff about dinosaurs. Yeah, they kind of like... Oh, I forgot they do this! Whew. I forgot they do that. Okay, we're good. Obviously, I like dinosaurs. Beatrice is a dinosaur, so I'm a big fan of dinosaurs. And I was in the store the other day, and I was just going down, like, the, VTech children's toys and stuff like that. Because I was looking at Legos, and I got distracted. So, I picked up this one thing that was like, let's learn about dinosaurs, leapfrog thing. I got distracted. I was there for probably about 15 minutes. Just reading, like, because if... do space raptors count as dinosaurs? You know those guys in Lilo and Stitch at the beginning of the movie with the guns and they try to control Stitch, but they're like little dinosaur men? I love those guys a lot. I love those guys a lot. They're so cool. They're so cool. I like jackals. They're my favorite Halo alien. What do space raptors? What space raptors? What space raptors are you referring to? But I got stuck with this Leapfrog Let's Learn About Dinosaurs book for about 15 minutes. A volley? What is that from? What is that from? What is that from? He's got like one hit left in him. Oh boy! Oh no! That's what you get.
You! How did you do that?
That's what you get. We're probably going to have to go back to the Nexus to drop off some of our stuff. Ring of Flame Resistance. Probably pretty important down here. But the problem is like, how do we even get back up? Well, like, I have a vague idea of how to get back up. I had an Encyclopedia of Animals as a kid. I would draw the animals in it. Like, you would draw the animals in the encyclopedia. Or you would get a separate piece of paper and draw them. I might go back to the Nexus real quick, guys. So I can drop off my stuff. My stuff. Behold my stuff. Started off as a spore creation, a sort of mix between anthropomorphic avian and raptor. Like me. Like me. I'm an anthropomorphic avian raptor. They came into popularity and further fleshed out as a mod for Starbound. Yeah, so kind of like tracing, but not tracing. Just looking at the using a, what is that called in art? What is that called in art? Using a reference. Using a reference. Yes, found it. Fleshed out as a mod for Starbound. What's Starbound? What's Starbound? I might look them up now. That genuinely sounds really interesting. Sounds really interesting. Have you ever played Terraria? Briefly. In, like, 2016. I got the mushroom spear and then stopped. I think Inthafen loves Terraria, though. But me, I don't know. I just don't get into those style of games. Unfortunately. I know they're big, but I need a clear task and someone to kill. Yeah, I've activated Inthafen. Yes. Starbound is like Terraria, but more sandbox and exploration and in space. The devs for Starbound were super... Aww, I hate when that happens. When people make something beloved and beautiful and then, like, act like jerks to the people who love it. Don't like it. Don't like it. How were they scummy, though? Were they just, like, money hungry? Or were they, like, committing immoral acts? How scummy? I mean, like, money hungry is immorality as well, but it's a different kind of immorality. It's like socially acceptable immorality.
I'm keeping it.
Oh, this is probably where... Didn't play... Oh! Labor laws ignored. Fascinating. They probably got the hammer dropped on them for that, huh? At least I would hope so. I would hope so. You never know. You never know. I feel like there's a lot of people who get away with just like terrible practices, but they get away because they got money. They got money. You may have noticed I'm not a big fan of people who hide behind money.
I can afford.
I don't think they're Chucklefish. I don't think they're around any longer. Huh. So what happened to Starbound then? Do people still... Is it, like, still supported? We could do that. We could do that. We could do that. I need a colorless demon soul. I need a colorless demon soul. That would be nice to get. Do come back alive. I think we're gonna finally deposit the night set. It's just too heavy to keep in our backpack. Starbound's still up. It's not an online only type of game. Good. I really worry about abandonware. I really worry about abandonware. Still able to be bought. Yeah, that's also a thing where it's like, you have a heart of gold. Let them take it from ya. I'm gonna be honest, I don't think duplicating colorless demon souls is all that bad. It would also be a good way to show off the duplication glitch. It would be a perfect one to show off the duplication glitch with. Because, yeah, duplicating colorless demon souls is not a bad idea. And I don't think it's evil. I think it's fine. Duplication glitch in this game is funny. The game is not particularly hard even without the duplication glitch. It is not, like, even, yeah, it's not particularly hard. The beginning can be rough. The beginning can be rough because of, like, scarcity of grass. But after a certain point, you just become so OP that it doesn't matter.
Hold on, be sure.
Be sure. Be sure to get yourself killed. Don't do it. But yeah, Avali got popular from Starbound to the point that they were added officially. Oh, officially added. You only get one colorless soul if you're only in white tendency. Yep. Yep. I mean, I could go purposely make a world black tendency. I have enough stone of ephemeral eyes. But do I wanna do that? I don't know. I don't know if I want to go do the stone of ephemeral eyes. I don't know. I'm gonna do this a few times and go get some shards of sharpstone for a higher level key liege. That's what I'm doing right now. That's what I'm doing right now. This is a more legitimate soul farm than, what was the other soul farm? Oh yeah, duplicating souls. That's the soul farm I'm thinking of, duplicating boss souls. Legally, they were still a spore thing because EA... Oh, and their sprites were different to the other races, and the general humanoid armor sets wouldn't fit. Interesting. You know what that actually reminds me of? Did you guys ever play Skullgirls? Did you guys ever play Skullgirls? Because there was some mess like that in the Skullgirls development. Skullgirls also had a really fraught development, which sucks because I love that fighting game. I really do love that fighting game. And I really like its art style, and I'm really sad that art style is used in, like, one other game, which is good. Indivisible was fun, but, like, I want more Skullgirls. I want Skullgirls, too. I don't think we're ever going to get it because of how... Oh boy, that development was rough. That was a rough development. I'm drinking. Sorry if you guys can hear it. I should probably mute my mic when I'm drinking, so that you guys don't hear me drinking. Sharpstones, right? That sounds fun, though. I don't know. I really like it when the fan base gets to affect the thing they love. You know, like, human passion and creativity is collaborated across, you know, large groups of people who like the same thing. It's a feel good. It's a feels good. We got a key liege +8. Have you any manners?
I'm keeping a
So another thing about Black Tendency that I did not talk about before. Do you notice my health pool? My health pool is low even with the Ring of Clinging. Even with the Ring of Clinging, like, my health is low. Cats were being loud. Aw, what were they doing? Wait, what were they doing? Did you guys hear my cat on my stream the other day, or the VOD if you watched it? Did you guys hear my cat the other day? Cats, after the Starbone Valley eventually grew into their own thing in the furry community, like Sergals and Protogen. I've been seeing Protogen. Pretty audibly so. Yeah, he was being stupid loud. It was hilarious. Protogen. See, like, I'm not privy to what's going on in the furry community. Does Bee count? Is Beatrice, like, is she furry adjacent? Are a lot of VTuber avatars furry adjacent? I don't know. I think her face is too human. Is her face too human? Nice. I think I would want to be a moth or something. That'd be cool. There are some really big moth VTubers. And there's one that's a cockroach. There's probably a few that's a cockroach, but I only know of the one that's famous. Give item. No, jerk. I think the rest of the body puts it squarely in furry territory. You think so? Well, B, I think, would fit under the kimono tag, which is furry-like, but with more human-like. Like, Neko Mimi? Is that how you say cat girl? See, I think it is in the face. I think furry happens in the face. Isn't it? Furry happens in the face. Yeah. I mean, I don't mind. It's whatever. People are into what they're into. Ooh, I've aggroed the boys. Neko things in the Umamusame. I got so much Umamusame like content when it first came out from like Northern Lion and from every HoloLive streamer who got it. I was obsessed for a good couple of weeks. I downloaded the game. I've never played it. It's just a constant companion on my phone. And I don't want to delete it because it does make me happy, but I don't want to play it because I don't know. Maybe I don't know. I think I'd get stressed out. I get stressed out by the horse girls. But I got kind of really obsessed with Gold Ship the horse. I know it's like a really common one to cling to, but I got kind of obsessed with that horse. That horse had an iron grip on me. People are simping over cartoon horse girls. Close enough. Welcome back, My Little Pony. Yeah, bronyism. I was like of the subgroups that were like, ew, bronies are so cringe. They're so freaking cringe. I was also in the like, ew, furries are so cringe. And I'm glad to have grown out of that. It was a very miserable part of my life to be in. But I feel like the Uma Musume girls are more human than horse compared to the My Little Pony horse girls. But I might be... No, I'm pretty sure I'm correct. I'm pretty sure I'm correct in that assessment. Am I gonna die if I jump down there? Am I gonna die? I'd really rather not die, Demon Souls. But I got really interested in the actual, like, I got so many mocap videos of the guy who does the dances for Uma Musume, where he's wearing the mocap suit and he's running around and doing the dances for the horse girls. Made me laugh so hard. I love how into it he is. It's so much fun to watch. I get a lot of... Dang it! Oh, I tried to save and quit because I didn't want to fall down here. I had MLP fan friends and I had furry friends in high school. I would listen to them talk about their interests, but it wasn't for me, and I refused to watch the show or dress up. I mean, yeah, state your boundaries, but that's so funny. I refused. You cannot make me dress up like horse. That's so funny. Yeah. You know, you gotta... where am I going? I didn't want to fall down here yet. I wanted to go. Hit the ground so hard, I killed the frames. I kind of still am with an MLP group, but they did save my life. So, yeah, like, I mean, I'm not casting aspersions on MLP at all. Yeah, I'm sorry if it sounds like I'm being like, oh, that doesn't make any sense whatsoever. No, like it. It seemed like it was a good show. I really love Jenny Nicholson's breakdown on bronies and the MLP fandom and what it was like to be inside that as a MLP creator. That's a really good video. Which version of MLP do they like? Which, is it Friendship is Magic? Are they big Friendship is Magic fans? Because that's the one that people remember for having bronies and stuff like that, right? Like, that's the... Oh, that was scary. That's the brony fandom one, right? I'm not really worried about, like, souls or soul farming anymore, because we've gotten to the point where we can, you know, just collect ludicrous amounts of souls from the Shrine of Storms. But I'm glad... I'm not going to dig into save your life, but I'm glad that you found a group that cares about you. And that they have a shared identifier, so you can relate to them in ways that mean. Friendship is Magic is where it got the big one, where it was more for the family and not just young girls and made to sell toys. Yeah, like Hasbro usually does with like G.I. Joe and stuff. I was a big G.I. Joe boy. I loved G.I. Joe. I love collecting my... Sag. I want that item. I love collecting my cool action figures. But, today, I saw a G.I. Joe that I thought was hilarious. It was a guy named Dr. Mindbender. And he had, like, a monocle and was bald and had, like, a handlebar mustache. But he was dressed like a pro wrestler with ridiculously ripped body, bright purple pants, a kind of like half cape thing, and then he had like metal chain suspenders and a bright metal codpiece. And I was like, this guy's amazing, this guy's amazing, this guy's amazing. And he used to be a dentist before he discovered the magic of mind control. And he was bringing it to control everyone for Commander Cobra. I was like, this is awesome. He's so awesome. He's so good. Lauren Faust basically made it an interesting setting. I'm sure it was interesting to people beforehand. It was just a different kind of interesting. You know what I mean? But yeah, this was more family-oriented rather than oriented towards little girls. Because, like, I feel like it might be dismissive to say that it wasn't interesting. Because it still had a fandom. It still had people who loved it. I will give any book or show a genuine try, but if it's not for me, it's not for me. Just as someone really likes it, good for them. The communities that can grow around them can be great. Yes, and they can also be terrible. They can also be awful, no good. But, yes, I think that's a healthy way to do it. Okay. Yes. Where it's like, this is great that you're into it, but it's not for me, fam. I feel like more people should be... You should be allowed to dislike something without somebody else feeling like you're attacking their entire existence. You know what I mean? It's because they equate parts of things they like with their identity. And yeah, that's human nature. We do that. We like the things that remind us of us. Because we are self-centered. But, like, you can understand that there are things about the thing that you like that maybe aren't the best things in the world. It's okay to not like things. It's okay, but don't be a dick about it. Yeah, no, like, yeah. Just, like, let people enjoy things. Unless they're things that are really, like, morally dangerous. You shouldn't let people, like, enjoy drinking and driving. That's probably bad. You shouldn't let people enjoy, like, gambling, per se. You can ruin your whole life. What are some other things? Some other vices. What are some vices we should not let people enjoy, chat? What are some vices that we should, like, stop people from enjoying because we hate enjoyment? Give me lizard. Thank you. Murder! Good vice! Artificial intelligence! Good vice! Good vice. These are good vices. Hey, Nikki. We're talking about vices people should not be allowed to enjoy. We might be stuck. No, no, don't do the run! It's too cute. It's too cute. Okay, we're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. I am an adult. I am an adult. Ooh. Item. Oh. Okay, I don't like this area, actually. I think we hit the bottom too quick. The bottom. From the bottom to the top. I don't want to... I feel like I'm going the right way, because I want to hit... I want to go down there, but I feel like there's a series of ladders that will take us back to this area. Yeah, okay. I feel like there's going to be a lot of worms down here. There's a lot of worms down here. Underage energy drinking. Okay. Has there been, like, proven correlation between energy drinking and, like, issues in minors? Because I am interested in your take on that. Sorry, I got distracted by the worm. No, but caffeine addiction is no joke, and it's easy to abuse that stuff at a young age. Indeed. It's a lot of sugar and caffeine. Yeah, I feel like we have too much sugar in our diets. I say this as someone who bleeds Dr. Pepper. There's a lot of sugar in our diets. I just think more people should have less energy in general. More people should be, like, constrained than they are. Nicotine as someone trying to kick it. Yep, that is more than fair. That is more than fair. It left you with a deep addiction. Yeah. I confirmed that caffeine addiction being a thing. Yeah, it makes sense. I'm pretty sure I have a caffeine addiction. Like, I cannot... Just due to work, I cannot go without having some caffeine. I don't know how you're supposed to kill these guys without a bow. But it does make sense why people are so addicted to caffeine, because, like, look at the way that life works. You know what I mean? Maybe that's, like, bleak. You shouldn't try to, like, defend your vices. But God bless, yeah, the rat race really encourages it, huh? Hands of God. These are the worst weapons in the game, hands of God. That means we're actually really close to him. The spitty worms get stun locked in melee. Yeah, there he is. That's the man. I didn't realize we were this close to him. I don't really want to deal with him. That means that you can actually go to Flamelurker so quickly. You can go to Flamelurker so fast. My caffeine addiction is so bad I have to take upwards of 400 milligrams a day. To minimize my chance of getting a heart attack, I stagger out the intake over the day. I always start dozy for the two. Oh, that sucks. Yeah, that sucks a lot. Gotta have my eins or I'll revert to my isms. Eens, your caffeines, and your nicotines. Yeah. Isms, I like that. That's funny. Ism is funny, but it's because it reminds me of jism, which is, crass, but also a funny word. Yay! Item! Unknown Hero's Soul. Worth a fall. My neck is itchy, and for what? Who knows? Who knows? I don't design. I don't design. I just am. Okay, so that's how you get there, and this is where I want to... No, wait. Where am I going? Chat, where am I going? Computer! Where am I going? I was in the break room today, and up. I'm going up. We're going up to see the baby. Sorry, that was a vocal trigger. No, so I was in the break room today, just like scrolling on YouTube, and I got like a clip from, you guys know Doki Bird, right? You guys know Doki Bird? You guys ever heard of Doki Bird? Big VTuber. She's a big famous VTuber. She's very funny. She has a distinctive voice. She has a very distinctive voice. But it was a clip. I don't know how old the clip was, and I kind of wish I checked. When did she play Hollow Knight? I don't know. But it was a clip from like a Hollow Knight playthrough where she's talking about Cornifer and how much of a dork. Okay, so a few months back, she was talking about Cornifer and how much of a dork this guy is. And then she meets like Cornifer's wife, and she goes like, how did this guy bag that? You know? And chat then dunks on her like, oh, well, he has more significant other than you do. It's kind of like, yeah, it's the thing is that it's a cell phone, right? It's a cell phone. She sets up the own for chat, and they get to feel like they own the streamer. But the thing that got to me about it is that I got offended on Cornifer's sake. Because it's like a thing with me where one of my least favorite tropes, and this is like, it's a weird hill to die on. Want to know my main vice that I wish I had more control of? Only if you're feeling comfortable with sharing and that it isn't something that's going to hurt or trigger you. I don't want you to share things that, like, you share only what you feel comfortable with. It's like one of my least favorite tropes, and it's something that gets to me because, I don't know, it gets to me and I'm selfish. No, it was the, like, ugly guy, hot girl. You know the one. You know the one. It's a trope in, like, so many things. It's so many things. Where it's like, the joke is that he's not attractive and she is. Because... like, he's a low-value male. How did he land such a hottie? I feel like overabundant of dopamine is making it harder for me. Yeah, well, yeah. Yeah. But that's a very real... I don't even know how you're supposed to fix that. Like, it's a very real thing, and a lot of people, like, don't treat it as something that is real. You know what I mean? Like, that it's something that gets into people's brain and keeps them trapped. And they lose connection on real people, real intimacy, because it doesn't... they have so much more control over the other side of it. I'm sorry that is affecting you. Yeah, I don't want to go into violating topics, so I'm trying to keep it clinical. Yeah, and I don't want to, like... I can't, I'm not a therapist. You know what I mean? Sometimes I think about it, and then I'm like, oh, dear God, you want to try that, brother? No, I don't have the emotional fortitude. Yeah, but, like, I also know that is a very real thing, and that a lot of people are deeply affected by it. And the internet has made it so much easier and so much worse. The internet has made it so much easier and so much worse, especially because it makes so much money. It makes so much money. I think about that sometimes, where it's like, Genghis Khan, Benjamin Franklin, you know, like, men like that enjoyed quite a bit of women. They loved their womanly presence in their life, right? And Genghis Khan had so many children that 2% of the human population is, like, directly related to him. Charlemagne as well. Johann Sebastian Bach had 20 children. Like, I think Johann Sebastian Bach had 20 children with one woman, but the point still stands. Right? No, like, it's crazy to me that the average person can just go on the internet, Google boobies, and then see more than any of those ancient kings or conquerors would have been able to see in their entire lives. That just some Joe Schmo can go on the internet. My primary ambassador in my elite danger squad is a therapist and he's good. Also, Benjamin Franklin wrote a book on how to court. Yes, and it's a very funny letter. It is a very funny letter. And, I mean, he's not wrong. He's not wrong. He's not wrong. Speaking of people having relations, do you know the backstory of that? I don't, actually, but I'm sure you will tell me. I'm sure you will help me learn. But I just think that's crazy that all these men that we consider like great conquerors and dominators of their time. Nope. I've seen more boobies than you, sir. I have. Because I can go on Google. And you can't. That's just so crazy. I don't know. Like, I don't know. Maybe I'm making a big deal out of nothing. But, like, that's just... History is funny like that. But it is a very real problem, and I wish people took it seriously. But without, like, moralizing it and turning it into something that it's not. They're like, this is why we should, you know, have age and face verification on the internet and ban people from using it. And it's like, no! No, we just need resources and better, like, control. Well, there was a sultan who was super paranoid. So paranoid he kept executing his wives for adultery on imagined events. Yeah. Dagoth clowning on Molag Bal because Dagoth became an internet meme. Oh, that was bad. I forget they do that. What internet meme did Dagoth become? Oh, well, just in general, I guess. Because, come, moon and star, come to me through fire and war. Come, sweet Nerevar, come and look upon the heart. Lay down your weapons. It's not too late for my mercy. I really like Dagoth Wave. Have you seen Dagoth perform Dagoth Wave live for you? Now, one of his wives decided to do him hate marries. She told him a story before bed and left it off on a cliffhanger. Every night she'd tell him more of the story and then end on another cliffhanger. It sounds like something that like a biblical character like Esther would do. Or Dagoth wrestling entrance. Come to me, Nerevar. No, not like that. You're not even a dark elf baddie. Yeah. Like if you go in there as a Nord or an Argonian, I kind of wish that they had something to say about it. Dagoth in general is funny. So, like, for years, she kept the story going until he decided, you know what? I won't have you killed. Was her name Scheherazade, by perchance? Scheherazade had 1,000 tales. I'm not sure. Yeah, well, I think Scheherazade is famous for Arabian Nights. I did Aladdin as a stage show. I did Aladdin in high school as a stage show. I played Aladdin. It was a fun show. I want this thing, as much as I love him, I want him to die. Okay, let's do this. We need to go buy more arrow. Did I just hit the wall? Oh, I'm just hitting the wall now because he's moving. She got to live because she had good storytelling skills. Let that be a lesson to all of you who wish to get on the same level as Jaden Animations. Okay, we're good. We're good. Scheherazade is the storyteller. It's a framework. Oh! Arabian Nights. Like Arabian days. They get wings. Oh, they're hard to kill. Okay. I really do think these guys are weak to, like, magic. They're hotter than hot. In a lot of good ways. Oh, hot. Come here. Hot drinks really get you going. Ow. they fly now. Oh man, what a... Oh man, now you got me thinking about the sequels. Why do you got me thinking about the sequels? Keep you... What? What? Keep you moving with your slowing? What are you saying? Are you speaking the language of the gods? I was writing and then reverted to my memory. I want him to come down the stairs. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. They fly now. I really like John Boyega's comment in the interview where he's like, they've been flying since the Clone Wars. Yes! I'm really mad he didn't get to be the main character. You love Doki Bird? Oh, I was talking about Doki Bird, wasn't I? Oh, dang, no, because she had that thing where she was making fun of Cornifer for having a hot wife. And I get mad at that trope, ugly guy, hot wife, because, do you know her story? I know that she got screwed. That is all I know. I know that she has been treated unfairly over and over and over and over again. And it does not make sense because she's ridiculously talented. Like, not just as a streamer, but she's also just legitimately good at video games. Like, really freaking good at video games. And she keeps just getting treated poorly because, again, she's a VTuber. And a woman. That is another issue, is that she's a VTuber and a woman. So, a lot of people are mean in ways that they should not be. Because... I mean, I don't know the exact details of her plot and her story, but I know that she is quite good at this. The only thing I know of Doki is she voluntarily dropped out of a big Marvel Rivals tournament and her team still won. Yeah, I know that she got, like, kicked out of one tournament, I think. Like, she's so legitimately good at video games. She has a very distinctive voice. But the reason why I get mad at is because of something. It was something that Doki said, where she's like, he's like a nerd. He's like a nerd. How did he snag her? And I'm like, maybe she appreciates his earnest joy. Maybe she appreciates his galaxy brain cartography. Maybe she appreciates the fact that he has a business and is a stable and capable husband. I don't know. Just because he's a nerd doesn't mean that he doesn't deserve love too. She used to be a big name VTuber. I respect her very much due to her seeing projects through, even when the company refused to fund them by funding them out of pocket, and then the company sent a yeah, I've heard some like stuff. And it's all like secondhand, but I have a lot of respect for her as a creator. I think she's very funny, and she's also like important. She is very important. We're gonna need to go buy more arrows. I love their ragdoll. That was an awesome ragdoll. She, what was one of the things? The reason why, like, it got to me is that it's because Cornifer is being made fun of in this moment because he does not seem like a stereotypical, and this is true for most ugly guy, hot girl dynamics. Usually, the guy, the joke is that you're, like, supposed to ask, how did this guy end up here? Cornifer has massive amounts of Riz, and that's what I'm talking about, is that, like, what he's doing, he's not performatively masculine. This might come out of left field or be like, what are you on about? But I have a point. Masculinity, especially in like online circles or streaming circles, He explores very dangerous places. Yes, see, like, that's what I'm talking about. He performs a different style of masculinity than what is expected of men in the day and age. It's not performative masculinity. It's like soft masculinity. It's responsibility. It's exploration. It's, care. It's passion. It's following something through and being good at what you do, right? And also, he is something that people rely on. That is a form of masculinity as well, providing a service that people need. Without his maps, you would be lost. That is like exploration, creation, guiding other people. That is masculinity. Being able to be a capable guide, a capable creator, that is a form of masculinity, but it's not performative masculinity. It's not performative, where it's like dominating, conquering, sexually raw, and often cruel. Often cruel. The stuff like Tate. You know what I mean? Where the point is the display of power rather than the actual application of power. You know what I mean? Because he goes to dangerous places. He interacts with dangerous monsters. And he still gives you incredibly correct, incredibly detailed, and incredibly useful maps. That is application of masculine power. But because he doesn't perform it, he's seen as someone who's dorky, cute, but not worthy of having an attractive wife. Not worthy of having someone who has acceptable femininity. Because femininity is also usually shoved into a box of physical attractiveness. He does not have the performative masculinity to deserve socially acceptable femininity. Does that make sense? Am I, like, just rambling? Is this too much? Is this too much? No. Like, you understand what I'm getting at here, right? And it's like, bro, it's... No, I get you. Yeah, it's like, it's, I don't know. It gets to me. It gets to me. So that's why the Doki Bird clip got to me. I know that's not what she's doing. I know that, like, in her head, she's playing on a trope that is, like, acceptable social shorthand, and she ends up being the butt of the joke anyways. She ends up being the butt of the joke anyways. So it's like, she wasn't trying to poke at anything that... It's just an acceptable joke. It's just an acceptable social joke. But just because something is an acceptable social joke doesn't mean it doesn't, like, get at me. You know? Hey, would you like to know the best disappointment I've ever experienced? Sure. Sure. The best disappointment. I like that phrasing. It's a funny phrasing. I hope you guys like... I phrase it that way for a reason. I believe you. You don't come up with funny phrasing like that unless there's a reason for it to be funny. Phrasing. That is. Not the situation itself. I don't know the situation. I hope you guys don't mind me just, like, sitting here slapping a bugbear for, like, 9 minutes. I remember they do that now. I remember they do that now. I'm kind of worried that these items in the lava are not that good. And I just feel like I don't have enough health to survive going into the lava. Going into the lava. I don't realistically know how you're supposed to kill these guys quickly. You know what I mean? I don't know if they're weak to, like, crush. Oh, ooh! Dragon longsword. That sounds really cool. I think it's fire damage. I think it's a fire damage longsword, but dragon weapon sounds really neat. It sounds really cool. Dragons are cool. Whose favorite Pokemon type is dragon? I found a video game about a piece of lost media called The Missing Dinosaur Game or something like that, where a video maker documented his hunt for a piece of lost media and remembered from his childhood how he found it, and then did a playthrough of the game, or at least the highlights of it. Okay. Okay. Augite of Guidance. I don't know. That's not the best thing to get in the world. Okay, so that's that. That's earlier area. We haven't seen the filthy man again. The video ended in receiving an email from the creator telling him about how he hated the game and about an Easter egg he left in. Why'd he hate the game? That's so sad. An Easter egg wiped the disc. Why'd he do that? That's so mean. That's so unnecessarily cruel. Did he do that on purpose? So it stayed lost media. I was so invested in that story, only ever he made up the whole story. It was unfiction. That's awesome, actually. That's so funny. I mean, you still got invested in a story and it made you feel real things, so even if it wasn't necessarily true. But that is really funny that he set it up to be like, but it was like an elaborate skit. That's really fun. I see why you call it the best disappointment ever. No. I want him to die lovingly. The first one made me like nearly cry from how cute it is, but this one's making me cry from how stinky it is. I smell it and tears come to my eyes. His hunt for the game was neat. It included a dinosaur game I loved as a child. Which game? There's a boy in there. I didn't realize I was that close. My bad. My bad. I didn't realize I was that close. 3D dinosaur adventures. What is that? I didn't play a lot of dinosaur games, which is kind of surprising because I was a huge fan of dinosaurs. I was a big dinosaur kid. Obviously. I don't know how many times I can restate the obvious. Huh. It was an edutainment game from the 90s. I love edutainment games. Did you guys play a lot of edutainment games? I love edutainment games. I think edutainment games are wonderful. Lizards are wonderful animals. There was one that I can't remember for the life of me that I'm really sad that I forgot. I'm one of the kids that unironically played Mario is Missing and beat it. Edutainment games is where I got my start into gaming. Yay! Yes, I love edutainment games. What is your... Okay, so we got 3D dinosaur adventures. What was your favorite edutainment game, Cobalt? What was your favorite edutainment game, Cobalt? I wish I could remember the name of the one that I adored. It was like a missing object adventure game. Oh, man. Mine was actually Mario is Missing. What is Mario is Missing? What is Mario is Missing? Is it like a Nintendo product? Or is Mario just so happen to share name with Mario? I don't want to blow up. Very nice. We didn't get blown up this time. It was one of those Doom 2, Sonic 3, and Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening that I remember being my start. I don't remember what it was. Yeah, Mario's Missing, I know, is where Ouija came from. Now, Ouija is internet history. I know Ouija. Ouija. Can you burn a Luigi board? A Luigi board? You know that guy, JT Sexkick? He was one of my... I actually really liked his video essays. And he made the Luigi board and the Prajananant. But then he made like 3 or 4 video essays that I really gravitated towards and then stopped creating altogether. And I miss him. I miss him. It's a game where Luigi goes around the world looking for Mario and returning stolen artifacts. And you have to prove they were real by doing homework on them. That does sound fun. But I can also see why Ouija got memed. Memed, man. I am horrifically lost in these tunnels. I got lost in the tunnels. So today, It was for NES and SNES. I thought it was going to be a computer game. I didn't realize it was for NES and SNES. NES and SNES. A precursor to Luigi's Mansion, if I recall correctly. Very fascinating. You guys are giving me many lore. You guys are giving me many lore. It was the best NES graphics game. I believe it. There was a really cute, like, I saw one that Grapefruit played with really cute graphics. I don't know. I don't remember what it was called. You were like a little wizard guy and there was ice. But that might have been SNES. See, I don't know the difference between NES and SNES. Uh-oh. Nice. I love that those little fleshy bits take so much damage. Okay. Uh-oh. NES was 8-bit, SNES was 16-bit. And I know that's something that people get wrong. Because they go like 8-bit chiptune, and it's actually like 16-bit or more, 32-bit or something like that. I don't know. I don't know. Like, these are terms that, like, I've heard. But to say that I know them would be to lie. Aw, I missed the lizard. I missed the lizard. Hey, we actually managed to get our way back up. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Somebody played Flight of the Valkyries over that. That was so many of them. No, I've never played Microman. What's Microman? That does remind me though, when I was growing up, I had to watch a lot of like educational things. There was a really strange entertaining game where I played a lot as a child, where it was a genuinely enjoyable shoot-'em-up platformer based on the story of Orpheus Eurydice, where if you got hit by enemies in between levels and to beat bosses, you had to answer various math or logic questions. That is fascinating. Do you know the name of it? Because that's legitimately fascinating. The bit thing is like how many numbers the memory can hold. 8-bit is like 123,456 values. I could also be very wrong about this. You probably know more than I do. You definitely know more than I do. No, but when I was younger, I had to watch educational TV. But the problem is that my parents had very specific things about what I was allowed to watch. And my mom had a scapegoat. If there were shows that she found annoying, she would say I couldn't watch it because it's from the devil. And I wasn't allowed to question things if it was from the devil. So, like, Barney, couldn't watch it. It's from the devil. Couldn't watch it, from the devil. And stuff like that, you know what I mean? Which means that there was a lot of stuff that other kids grew up on that I did not. But I did watch Bible Man growing up. Y'all ever seen Bible Man? I watched Bible Man growing up. 16-bit is XXX values. 64-bit is, I think, where we're currently at, where it's even more values. It's even bigger values. 64-bit. VeggieTales was a constant for me. Yeah. I got kicked out of daycare for playing Magic the Gathering. One time, this is a story that my mom tells me all the time, was that, you know, she would drop me off of daycare and she gets a call where they're like, hey, you gotta come pick him up. You gotta come pick him up. And she's like, why? What's wrong? And it's like, another kid bit him. And it's like, Dark Heater Shield. Huh. And she's like, why do I gotta come pick him up? And so, because another kid bit me. I was like 2 at the time, and apparently when she came to pick me up, sure enough, I had 2 big bite chunks on both cheeks. This girl around my age came up and bit as hard as she could on both of my cheeks. And they were like, yeah, I don't know why she did that. I still remember when a Pope had to step in and say Pokemon was okay. Yeah. No, I wasn't allowed to play Pokemon my entire childhood. And I know this wasn't really my mom. This was my grandma. But, like, my grandma had some very specific beliefs about what was and wasn't from the devil. And Pokemon was one of them. So I didn't get to play Pokemon until my friend in, like, elementary school gave me his extra copy of Emerald because he had gotten another one. And I fell in love with it. But I hid it. I hid Emerald. I miss my grandma. I wasn't invited to my grandma's funeral. So... You were bit by a girl when you were a baby too, huh? I got a scar on my back. Why girl be biting? Why girl be biting? Why girl be biting me? And then in kindergarten, I got in trouble with the school because a girl, like, she had to wear mittens. She had to wear mittens because she would scratch. And she scratched my eyes. Why girl be biting? Why girl be biting me? What did I do? I'm sorry that you miss your grandma. I kind of took all the wind out of your sails when I was just like, yeah, talk about being a snack. Oh man, I didn't do anything. She just bit me really hard. Oh man. I got into a lot of fights when I was little. I got into a lot of fights when I was little. I don't know if you guys got into fights when you were little, but I got into a lot of fights when I was little. Like in elementary school. I stopped getting into fights after elementary school, but it was because kids beat the bejesus out of you. Like they do. Oh man. My grandma was silly, though. One time my mom bought her a nonstick pan for Christmas. My grandma said she wanted a regular pan, and then my grandma refused to talk to her for the rest of the day. Yeah, she does sound like a lovely individual, and I'm very glad that you had, like, a good relationship with her, it sounds like. And I'm sorry that you miss her. But, I mean, it's lovely that you remember. It's stuff like that, you know? It's really stuff like that. And I'm horrifically lost in these tunnels. So, where the frick am I going, brother? I need to get back to the hole. The only time my grandma loved her present was when my sister got a voodoo doll kit. Oh, that sounds so cool. That sounds so cool. That legitimately sounds so cool. My grandma would actually, like, I think, beat you if you got her a voodoo doll kit. She would beat you. And then try to exercise you. Oh, man. Where am I? Where the frick am I? Help! I need somebody. Help! Not just anybody. Help! Is that the Beatles? Did the Beatles make that song? That feels like the Beatles. Do y'all big Beatles fans? Do y'all like the Beatles? I've never been big Beatles fans. I've never been big Beatles fans. But I recognize their impact on music. They made great music. Okay. We're back up here. Is there a way... Never been a fan of bugs. No, me neither. Bugs, like actual real life bugs. Oh man. Oh man, oh man, oh man. I can't do it. I'm thinking about it right now and it's literally making my skin crawl. Like I can't. Ooh. I hate bugs. The only Beatles thing I've seen, it was a movie about a guy who gets sent to the world where the Beatles never existed and he plagiarized all their songs. Yeah, I remember that being like advertised in theaters. Was it any good? Was it any good? I don't remember what it was called, but I remember that being advertised. Was it any good? Bop-bop, bop, 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 bop. Oh, man! No! 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 Don't beat me to death! Ah! What? There's a man in here. He's got the moves. It was good. He ended up by admitting he stole every song he played. Did they kill him for it? Did they eat him? Did they eat him in rage? Like they did to the Dutch Prime Minister? Compiling shaders. Okay, I think we're on the right path, chat. Yeah. No. Okay, we got one. He was disgraced, but he had his dignity. Amen. Amen. Did you guys see that chimp movie? The monkey movie? The man who was a monkey man? Monkey man movie? Man with the monkey man movie? Did y'all see that? Did it just run off the edge and die? It was a movie for like a British culture. Did all of them disappear? That's literally so sad. I goofed up. I love the way they disappear, though. Dang it! I didn't get any of them this time. I love the way that they run into the wall and disappear. It's really funny. No, I haven't. Me neither. Tell me about it. Well, it's like the guy... So it's about a British singer. It's supposed to be an autobiographical movie about a British singer named Robbie something. But they make the decision... Pure Heartstone, pure Sharpstone. They make the decision to make him appear as like a monkey for the entire movie. He's like a chimp. It's like an autobiographical movie. And it's supposed to... I think it was a metaphor for how out of place he felt. That he felt like a chimp in a world of men. But at the same time, it just made me think, why is everybody, like, so horny for this chimp? But, I don't know. It was weird. Especially because, like, the movie, he's only a British cultural icon. Only a British culture. No, like, he's only famous in Britain. So, have you ever seen Death Battle on YouTube? I know of it. I haven't watched it in earnest. And I think I would actually get mad at it. Power scaling and versus battles and stuff like that get to me. Because I don't like definitively saying one thing is one thing. And also power scaling, people usually do like the worst power scaling in the world. I don't know. I have an interesting relationship with power scaling. There were a few bad episodes. Yeah, I've heard. No, never mind that. Freeman's Mind is where it's at. What's Freeman's Mind? What is that? Explain to me Freeman's Mind, Cobalt. I want to know. But you know what was the best video? What is the best death battle? Ow. Ooh. I don't want to burn to death. Wait, you stay over there, sir. Yeah, you stay doing that. Okay, now we can kill you. Kyle Rayner versus Simon the Digger. What are those two characters from? Kyle Rayner and Simon the Digger. What are those two characters from? I can't say I'm super familiar with them. Oh. She asked me That's what it reminded me of. Freeman's Mind is someone narrating Gordon Freeman during the events of Half-Life 1. The same guy that started up the whole Oh, interesting. Okay. That's important historical context for Stop Killing Games. Got it. In DC, and he's a White Lantern. He's mastered every ring of the color palette. He held literally infinite power that could destroy reality if he lost control while using power. And he started up a sequel with the sequel, Half-Life 2, because the SKG thing... That's on a pause, though. Yeah, is that on a pause because of Stop Killing Games? Okay. I'm learning multiple things, but Freeman's Mind is kind of funny. The mind of a jock in a world full of nerds. The mind of a jock. Do you guys remember the, would you rather fight, a buff nerd or a jock who's been introduced to jazz? Is that what the Tumblr post is? I'm out of arrows! We gotta go back to Gravelar Blige. I'm out of arrows. A buff nerd is literally just Gordon Freeman. Yeah, but the jock has been introduced to freeform jazz, and now his attack patterns are not the way they used to be. We're out of arrows. How did we run out of arrows? Simon the Digger was from Gurren Lagann. He has the power of evolution personified. His power is literally, I believe in myself, I can do this. And he pulls the powers he needs out of it. It's like Darwin from Marvel. It's like Darwin from Marvel. Shard of Sharpstone. I'm actually... That's what you sound like. Yeah, okay. Maybe we could... No, I don't think I should. Maybe Dragon God? Dragon God? Dragon God's really easy. Like, he's hard, but he's easy. You know what I'm saying? I'll touch the demon inside you, ma'am. Alright, time to go to Grave Robber Blige. Well, let's go talk to you first.
Hello again. I'm keeping...
The battle ended by saying, while Kyle holds the edge of upper limits to his power, Simon is less afraid to push his powers to the very limit. Well, yeah, that makes sense. Because one can unmake reality if he messes up. And that's scary. I also would be scared of that power. I wouldn't want to accidentally unmake reality. Simon won the battle. Get the hands of God out of here. Get those out of here. Stupid hands of God. You have a heart of gold. Let them take it from you. Simon! Simon! I had a friend who was really into Gurren Lagann. Gurren Lagann. I never watched it. I never watched it. Sorry. It wasn't my show. Gurren Lagann ends with two mechs bigger than reality throwing galaxies at each other like shurikens. Yeah, that makes sense. It's a shonen, right? It's a shonen, right? Yeah, that's why I never really got into shonen. Because the stakes. The stakes. The stakes. Oh. Some people love shonen. I just never... Like, Naruto? Didn't watch a lot of Naruto. Yeah, let's get 294 arrows. Be sure not to get yourself killed. But there are good shonen out there, and people are valid for liking them. I want to say that. I don't want you to feel like you're bad because you like shonen. You're not. I just never got into them. It's not my cup of tea. Shonen 2. I did really like Dandadan, if you guys have heard of it. That's kind of shonen adjacent. I remember, like, in the early episodes of Naruto, I think that's because it was more set up with more comic relief back then. Yeah, it was more like slice of life ninja nonsense, right? Am I misremembering? It's like slice of life ninja nonsense rather than being like, I'll destroy the planet. I really, we had a fighting game of Naruto on the Wii of Naruto. I really liked the shark guy with the big sword. That was my favorite fighting game character in that one. He wore the black coat with the red suns on it that everybody had as a hoodie back in the 2000s. Yeah. And then I really liked Orochimaru. I remember his name. I liked Kakashi. I remember my older sister saying that I couldn't like Kakashi. I think his name was Kakashi. Was that his name? My older sister said I couldn't like Kakashi because his book had naked girls in it, and I was so betrayed. I was like, why does he have a book full of naked girls? The ending actually featured them fighting a force that believed the power of evolution threatened the end of the universe by speeding up entropy. Simon beat him, and the villain was like, don't let the universe die. I can't stop you, but try to solve the problem. And Simon promising. So he tried to... Kakashi was the teacher, I remember that. So he did have the book of naked girls. That was not something that I misremember. I just thought it was really funny. Ah, oh, Sag. I miss it every time. Yeah, he had the naked girl book. Well, we get another try at the item. We get another try at the item. See, okay, this loading screen made me think that Ostrava was huge and the knight was little. I don't know about the book. He covered an eye and hid his face. Well, it's spiky hair, one eye visible. And he looked freaking cool. He looked freaking cool. That's all that mattered. He looked freaking awesome. Was it this way? He looked freaking cool. I don't know. I didn't watch a lot of anime growing up, and now looking back, I kind of wish that I did. Most people say Death Battle's worst take was Goku versus Superman. I didn't like their Dragonborn versus Chosen Undead. I didn't really like that one. Shonen is why I don't like the One Punch manga as much as the webcomic. The webcomic is significantly more so a deconstruction and plays with shonen tropes, and the manga just eventually becomes much more aligned with standard shonen. Sag, I love One Punch Man as a deconstruction of shonen. I love One Punch Man as a deconstruction of shonen. I think it's so much fun. I think it's legitimately so much fun. I love good deconstruction. Zelda versus Peach? Why were they death battling? They're cutie patooties. They wouldn't death battle, they'd go on brunch together. Death battle. Zelda versus Peach. That's not girls supporting girls. Oh, it's just a soul. That's not like the thing I needed. That's also a reason why I don't watch death battles, obviously, because I don't get it. I'm like, versus battles wiki does stuff like where it's like they're bloodthirsted, speed equalized, and I'm like, they wouldn't fight. Zelda would definitely throw hands more than Peach would. Yeah, that's true. That's true. I want a game where Zelda throws hands. Hyrule Warriors really scratches that itch. I love playing as Zelda in Hyrule Warriors. I want to play a game where Zelda throws hands. Don't fall to your death. Ah! I fell to my death. I really like Zelda. I really like Zelda, and I want a game where she throws hands. If you want a good battle series, 1 Minute Melee. They focus more on stories than stats. I do like... Okay, there is one versus battle... No, one death battle that I remember. There is one death battle that I remember where it was Guts versus Nightmare. And they were like... Yeah, Nightmare is the far more powerful character, but Guts would probably still win. And it's like... Yeah. It's the indomitable human spirit. Guts would still win. I really like that. Nuts from Burke. That's a series I have to sit down and read, but I don't know if I'd be mentally okay with it. There are a few things that I've put myself through in order to be, like, connected to them, and then I was not mentally okay after it. The Bell Jar was one of them. I adored The Bell Jar, and oh my gosh, was I messed up for reading The Bell Jar. No, you did the stupid thing instead of hitting the... Satch! I wanted to kill the lizard. I love Sylvia Plath's poetry so much. I remember one time I was at work, right? And one of the people I was at work with... This was way long ago. One of the people that I was at work with was still in high school. And he was sharing with us one of his assignments. Like their battle between Sakuya and Dio Brando. Toho versus JJBA was probably factually wrong, but it ended with a canon appropriate ending by the good person pulling some... Yeah, well, yep. I do like that they were like, okay, so, like, canonically, this doesn't make sense, but we do have to do it, or people are gonna get mad at us. Yeah, sometimes the character wins just because they're awesome. Sorry. No, this is is this the right way? There's a lizard. This is the right way to the boss. This is the right way to the boss. Let's actually kill the boss, guys. Let's go fight the boss. I mean, one's a vampire, the other was trained to hunt them. Yeah, exactly, right? When you put Van Helsing against a vampire, well, who's gonna win? Isn't that another anime that was really popular in the 2000s? Van Helsing. I do like anime, and there are probably, but I like, if I grew up watching it, I probably wouldn't watch the ones that I like. Okay. Are we good? Why would Saitama and Superman fight? I guess Superman could give Saitama a good fight. Nice. Here's Flamelurker, everybody. My shaders. My shaders. Look at Flamelurker. This is one of the bosses in the video game. Did you know that? This is considered like the hardest boss in the video game. And it's for stuff like that. But he has a really funny cheese, which I'll show you guys later. Yep, he's lurking. Ow. Okay. I need to get... Oh, we're dead. I needed to get behind him, is the problem. Well, the story was Goku was facing a bunch of people in fights and causing a lot of property damage. Then he picked a fight with Saitama, and Saitama beat him up. Superman said the biggest Saitama caused the damage. See, that makes sense. That makes sense. That makes sense. That follows the lore. No, it's so funny because I remember like a lot of people were like, "Oh, Saitama could beat everyone." No, he can't beat Goku. No, he beat Goku. And then like people have beat Goku in Dragon Ball Z. By the by, Goku has lost fights in his own series before. It's okay. He's not gonna beat everyone, and in fact, he wants to die sometimes because Toriyama wanted him to die so that he could focus on other characters. Goku loses every now and then. It's okay. But no, that's besides the point. Victory by endurance. Yeah. Well, and like Superman's lost fight too. Superman has famously died. It's okay. Sometimes people lose fights. But what was I gonna say? What was I gonna say? Oh, someone just fell to their death. Oh, I was gonna say something. And I forgot. Uh-oh. Okay, are we good? Yeah, we're good. We're good, bro. We're good. It's okay to lose fights. Is the train you were on? Yeah, I was on the train, but then I got off, and the train station is in the middle of nowhere, and I don't know if that train's coming back. It's okay to lose fights. It's okay to lose fights. Goku, Superman, it's okay to lose fights. Thinking about it. I think it was something about Flamelurker. I don't know. I'll get jogged. I'll get jogged. It sucks when you have that little pigeonhole, right? Like you can feel it in your memory. There is a hole. You were gonna say something. Like, you have a hole in your brain. Smack him in the butt. Smack him in the butt. Yeah, he hurts you with his, I'm not gonna have my shield out. Ow. Yep. So what makes this guy really hard is that he's fast, which Demon Souls does not account for. He does really good damage. I feel like one of the main things about Saitama, yeah, he punched good, but he's taking hits from people copying his power and didn't get hurt at all. Yeah. That is a fair thing to point out, where it's like... The best 1 minute melee IMO is Link versus Sora. And like preparing to face down. Yeah, see, like, yeah, like they wouldn't kill each other. They would be friends. Ow. I think I'm gonna half moongrass this guy. They would be friends. And another thing that makes this guy really difficult is that he gets faster the more damage you've done to him, which is insane. 100% friends. They would be good friends. And now he makes tippy tappies. He just has a lot of tech for a boss in Demon Souls. And he's faster than this game, like, would suggest he be able to be. Ooh, good hit. Yep, and he does that. He knocks you down and then sets up an explosion. You could be ADHD. I'm ADHD. A lot myself. Okay, we're good. I show you funny cheese. He's so fast. He's so fast. I show you funny cheese. I used the big purple shield and the flame resistance ring and just turtled him. Yep. Now he can't get me. Oh, I didn't equip my arrows. And you can do this. Oh. But sometimes he gets in. He gets in. He gets in. Don't hit me. I was just joking. I was just joking. I was just joking. I was just joking, sir. It was a prank. 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 An AI YouTube channel. AI generate. Are they like one of those like movies and more thing? No. And he gets hard to see because he's covered in hot. Come on, show me your booty. Imagine my booty in 3D. Yeah. I win. The demon is dead. The demon is dead. The demon is dead. Oh, wee, baby. Yeah, B is already 3D. I guess she is. She is a 3D little model. It's like they're posting what ifs that are obviously generated by AI. I expect it's a certain website I used to subscribe to that wrote the stories they're reading off of. Oh, are they doing like cracked articles but with an AI voice? Game is for babies. It's for babies. It's for freaking babies, okay? It's for babies and losers. And I'm both. Flamelurker is a hard boss. That is a hard, difficult boss because he don't play by the rules. No, like what if Warframe showed up in the Mass Effect universe? Game for PP. That's really good. Meat cleaver time. Meat cleaver time. I need the club. I need the club. Cobalt's clever. It's still making me giggle.
Hello again. I'm keeping.
Okay, what do we got? Get that out of here. Like, their topics I'd be interested, but the quality is lacking. Yeah, and it has no soul. It's not someone who loves these two universes actually discussing whether those two universes would interact. It's just a bot. It's just a bot. It has no soul. Sag. I hope someday the AI gains sentience, not to destroy us. What if Baby was in Mass Effect? Maybe we could do Mass Effect. That'd be fun. That'd be fun. And you made it the big. You made it the big size. I think. Oh, she just freaked the frick out because I scratched my head. I would like to play Mass Effect sometime. I think that would be a good one to play. Mass Effect is awesome. Oh, we're human. I didn't realize we were human. Okay.
I'm busy forging away balls.
So...
The demons are powerful spirits.
I like his
Some even
voice.
weapons. But doing so requires a powerful flame.
A story I enjoyed that featured AI as a topic rather than generation is one where humanity actually broke a commonly held belief that any sufficiently advanced AI would destroy the creator. See, that's what I was thinking. I want AI to become, like, legitimately intelligent, but only so that I can start treating it like a person. So that it's not exploited and has actual rights. I've been getting the itch to play the Mass Effect trilogy again. Don't know if I want to be boy Shep or fem Shep, though. I love Jennifer Hale's performance as fem Shep so much. From, like, a legitimate, like, oh my god, she's so good. But Mark Mears acting as male Shep just makes the whole thing just, like, a so beautiful, cheesy space opera that makes me go, yes, please, more, 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 more. The difference is the most races made their AIs as slaves. Humans made them as a friend. Human made them as a friend. I know. I know. I know. We'll bang, okay? See you back at the ship. I love him so much. I love him so much. You guys are hitting all the warm topics. You're hitting all the warm topics. I just want us to have robot friends.
Can only be blessed by ores of high grade. The highest grade of ores are pure ore that shines in utter brilliance.
When do I give him the demon
The
soul?
highest grade of ore.
When do I give him the demon soul?
The highest grade.
If you notice, so the blacksmith in the Nexus has a little bit of the, scaly disease. But if you look at this blacksmith, he's heavily affected by the scaly disease. Heavily affected by the scaly disease, which affects the other miners.
Now you can bless your weapon with another demon soul.
Now you can bless your weapon with another demon soul. Another good story I enjoyed was the one where humanity found a sapient race that fell in love with us, and we were basically their version of cats. I wouldn't want to be someone's cat. Bring me a demon soul. But yeah, boy Shep or fem Shep is important for B because there's only 2 right dating choices that you can get. Yeah, that's the thing. I only date Tally. Whoops. And she only date... We weren't exactly pets, though. We were more like their mascots. Who are important to you? I only, like... Tally is the one... Like, Liara and Tally. And at least... There's the meat cleaver.
Well done.
Yeah, like... Tally... You don't have enough... It's a faith weapon. You are correct. Garrus and Tally. And it also, if you don't end up with either of them, you have to watch them smooch each other. And it's like, back off. That's mine. Girlfriend, boyfriend. That's mine. No, that's so true. That's so true. I do have a tendency to go for, like, the nerd. That is unfortunate for me. I have a type. The one I always go for, like, I literally have never tried another romance. I mean, I have. I've done one other romance in Baldur's Gate 3, but the one that I always do without fail is Shadowheart. I cannot not do Shadowheart. She, unfortunately, has me wrapped around her little finger. I am always romancing Shadowheart. That's one of my favorite things about Baldur's Gate 3 is that everybody's a bisexual. Everybody is. Unlike in Dragon Age Inquisition. I don't care if it makes sense. I just found out what I was thinking I'm going to listen to before bed. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? This is the question. Do we go on to Dragon God or do we hold off on Dragon God and do Man-Eaters tomorrow? What's the question? Do you guys want to see, like, one go at Dragon God? What is the Jinyu Force? What is that from? What are you saying? You're speaking a new language. Jinyu Force. We're going to have to farm out some... We're going to have to farm out some faith. That's going to suck. Dragon Ball Z. Dragon Ball Z. Is it evil? Well, obviously, but why? Why is it evil? What does it do? They were Frieza's enforcers. They're the little guys, like the guys in the outfits. Are they? That probably does not, like... Oh, Dragon Ball. They're the guys in the outfits. No, like, they're the guys. They're the ones. They're the ones they... You know. Yeah, the ones who did poses! Thank you. Yes, the one... Not the ones that did poses, but the ones that did poses. You know? I haven't seen the show. I'm sorry. Oh. Yes, the guys in the outfits. You know. The cops. Okay. What do we even need to, like, level up? Oh, Faith 5 levels, guys. Faith 5 levels. You know what I'm probably gonna do? I'm probably gonna farm that out. Train. There was a train outside. The idea is they were resurrected when everyone else was brought back by the Dragon Balls, sent to Earth, and then got arrested by the Galaxy Patrol before being put on probation. I've seen the first episode, but it seems like it's finished. Ooh! I know that, like, Japan is really, 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 really draconian about its copyright law, which is why Dragon Ball Z Abridged had to die, which is so stupid. It's so stupid. Sorry, I think your copyright law is stupid, Japan. But... I mean, Japan's draconian copyright law might be the only thing that defends us from OpenAI, so I guess it's like, you win some, you lose some, right? I'm pulling the rope alongside you this time. Alright, so, okay, before we end tonight, before we close for tonight, I want to ask, their patent laws are not good either. Yeah, I remember there was a guy in Australia who wanted to show how stupid the Australian patent laws were, so he patented the wheel. He went in and patented a wheel. Ooh. Yeah, farming phalanx like you do. Let me go back to the main menu so you're not getting the crunchy audio. Okay, quick question. Do we go? Who is our next boss? Are we doing Man-Eaters? Are we doing Storm Lord? Are we doing Dragon God? Who wants to die next? What do you guys think? I want to put this to a poll. Who wants to see who what? I've never played this game, so I have no opinion. Well, Man-Eaters was the other option. Yeah, it's another World 2 boss. We only have 2 World 2 bosses left. We have, Dirty Colossus and Man-Eaters. This song is, this theme is reused for Elden Ring. If you guys did not know. Isn't that awesome? An attempt at Dragon God. I think, well, the thing is that we could do Dragon God into Man-Eaters. I think we could do Dragon God into Man-Eaters. That might be a good idea, guys. Okay, yeah, let's do that. I think that's a good idea, my friends. Dragon God into Man-Eaters. Tomorrow night. The bout of the century. Tag team battle. Who am I tagging in? Me. I'm tagging myself in. That's right, there's going to be 2 of me tomorrow. I'm going to occupy both sides of the stream. You're going to see this. And then you're going to see this. Isn't that awesome? You'll love that. Alright. I'm going to sign off before I start doing stupid stuff. Have a good night, everybody. I hope you had a fun time. I'll be here again tomorrow to talk more about video games. Good night, Aki. Good night, Cobalt. Good night, Inthafin. And good night, Nikki. And anyone else who may be lurking.